3 things to know before you move abroad. Wow, I'm really excited about doing this live because I've been doing a lot of just like general Q&As, and I have been talking a lot about like life here in Merida, which is where I am right now in Merida, Mexico. But I wanted to do more of like a mindset type of live because I think it's been a while. So today we are going to spend some time talking a little bit more from a higher level perspective, like not necessarily getting into the weeds. I'll still answer whatever questions I can for you. But yeah, we're going to keep it a little bit more high level today, talking about 3 things you need to know before you move abroad. Except I don't like this. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, thank God for the hearts. Thank God for coming in hot with the engagement. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Please like and share the live. If you know anybody who's interested in moving abroad, living abroad, please make sure that you share the live with them. Like I said before, I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. So if you have any questions, oh my God, is it because I'm wearing stripes? Okay, that's like weird. That's like my first time like seeing like the words look kind of weird with me wearing stripes. Okay, that's good to know. I might not do this again in the future. This is just what I wore today, so I just kept it on. But anyway, those of you who are brand new here, drop a number 1 for me in the comments if you've never joined any of my lives before. If you're brand new here, let me get a number 1 in the comments. I would love to give a warm welcome to you. If you want to move abroad, welcome Peaches. Peaches is brand new here and she came in hot with the love. I really appreciate that. If you want to move abroad in 2025, drop a number 2 for me in the comments. If you want to move abroad, but you're not sure when just yet, maybe you're still kind of like researching, you're still kind of scoping things out, drop a number 3 for me in the comments. And yeah, let's talk. Let's talk about living abroad, moving abroad. Let's talk about what I feel like a lot of people online are not really saying in terms of living abroad. Like we can spend all this time talking about things like, visas and like which country this, which country that. Like, yes, we can do that, but I want to talk a little bit more about I would really want to talk a little bit more about like the mindset behind moving abroad. So this is definitely going to be a great live for you if you are someone who feels like you're just not really like mentally there, or like if you have some fear around moving abroad, living abroad. If you feel like you've heard or seen a lot of things, then now is a great time for you to be tuning in. So, you know, grab your pen and your paper and all of that. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing 3 things to know before you move abroad. I'm going to be sharing a little bit more of my journey. So just in case you have no idea who I am, my name is Bianca. Me and my husband left the United States last year to live abroad as digital nomads. So February 4th, 2024, we got on a one-way flight to Brazil. And from there, we went to Vietnam and Spain. And thank you so much, Silver Lining Lady. We went to Brazil, Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia. We're currently in Mexico. So we have been traveling for a year now, a little bit more than a year. We've been traveling. We visited the US twice since we left to live abroad, and it's been a really incredible journey. I've been going live so that I can share this journey with you. I've been going live so that I can show you what's possible. I've been going live to show you that this life I'm living is not just for me. This life I'm living is possible for you as well. So scary what's going on in the States. Yeah, I know. It's wild right now. It's wild times right now in the United States. Yeah. And in terms of people living abroad, moving abroad, I don't need to necessarily know your reasons. I feel like at the end of the day, people move abroad for different reasons, right? People wanted to move abroad long before November 5th. People wanted to live abroad for many reasons outside of politics, although I know that a lot of people are really driven by that right now, which is understandable. I'm not here to talk politics. I'm not here to talk about how crazy things are in the US. I'm here to really get you into the mindset of somebody who is serious about living a life outside of something that you have known your entire life. Like, I am here to prepare you mentally, spiritually, emotionally to get to a place where you feel like this is a leap that I want to take. This is something I'm ready to do. On a scale of 1 to 10, y'all let me know in the comments, what what level of readiness do you feel like you are in terms of like being ready to live abroad? Hello, Shauna, on a scale of 1 to 10. And you can be honest, like there's no right or wrong answer. And those of you who are new here, drop a number 1 for me in the comments. If you just came in and you're brand new to my lives, drop a number 1 so I can give you a warm welcome. Okay, I see Peaches said on a scale of 1 to 10 that she is a 4 in terms of being ready to live abroad. What else? On a scale of 1 to 10, drop in the comments. Well, maybe that's kind of confusing because I said number 1 if you're new, and now I'm saying number on a scale of 1 to 10. Welcome, Redbird. I wish my little girl was older. My ex would never let me take her out of the country. Well, I mean, she's gonna get older at some point, so maybe right now isn't the perfect time for you, and that's okay as well. I think that's the other thing. Like, so many people on this app make us feel like we're behind. So many people on this app make us feel like, oh, we have to go do this like right now. I know this thing didn't just die, y'all. If my ring light just died, that's crazy. That's crazy because I just charged this thing, y'all. I just got this light and I was so excited about it, and now I'm thinking like maybe I shouldn't have been excited because I feel like this light is like it dies so quickly. Oh, well, damn, I didn't even pack my other one. That's all good. Y'all can still see me. It's not as good, but y'all can still see me. I'm about to plug it up. But yeah, like I feel a lot of people on this app make it seem like, oh my God, you have to go do this thing like right this second. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. But for those of you who are just now joining, welcome. Like I said, my name is Bianca. I left the United States a year ago to live abroad as a digital nomad, and I've been sharing my journey. So I'm going to be talking about 3 different things to know before you move abroad. Sorry, y'all, I got kind of thrown off on my ring light dying. Now I'm trying to like bring it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. We're back. Joy says she's not new. Well, welcome back, Joy. 5 because of little kids, 4 is 6. Okay, and like I said, y'all, there's no right or wrong answer. Like, so I was saying for you to drop a number on a scale of 1 to 10 of how ready you are to move abroad. And again, there's no right or wrong answer. Some people are like, you know what, I'm trying to be out in the next 90 days. Great. Some people are like, oh yeah, well, I'm trying to be out in the next 2 years. Great. Some people are like, I'm making a 5 to 10 year plan. Great. Like, right. Like there's no perfect time for everyone. Okay. So like, don't feel like you have to rush. I'm actually in Merida right now, and they're the people who I am with on the expatsy scouting trip. You know, I was talking to a woman today who was saying how at this point she just wants to get out. Like, she's not determined to find her forever place right now, but she just wants to get out of the US. And I was like, I completely understand. That's an option as well. Like, if you are like, I don't know where I want to be long term, yeah, but I just want to get out for a little bit, you know, you have options as well. Countries like Albania, like you can be in Albania for a year on a tourist visa as a US citizen for a full year without having to like renew anything. Mexico, you can be here for like 6 months. Colombia, you can be there for like 3 months. So there are some things that you can do if you are like, I'm not ready to fully uproot, but like I do want to like get out. I am currently in Mexico. But yeah, so like last year I traveled to 9 different countries. I'm currently in Mexico. So Mexico is country number 10 for me in like the last year. So I am a digital nomad, which basically just means that I work and travel. It just means I can work from anywhere. I can make money from anywhere. Like, we'll just keep it that simple. Sometimes people like to make things more complicated than they need to be, people, okay? I'm gonna say that one more time. Sometimes we like to make things more complicated than they need to be, okay? Moving abroad doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be crazy. Okay, like it can be, I'm not saying that it's gonna be the easiest thing you've ever done, because when is moving not a pain in the ass? If you were moving across the street from where you live right now, it would be a pain in the ass. But what I'm here to tell you is like, we don't have to dramatize it and make it this crazy process, okay? Like, we can write out a checklist, we can do our research, we can take it one step at a time, and we can know that, y'all, once you move, you move. Like that's the thing. Like, once you get over the hump, like you are over the hump. 2 on the readiness scale. I may have loose ends to tie up. Yeah, that's fair. What country? Oh, hold on. I think I missed something. What's been your favorite country so far, or top 3? In the last year, Thailand and Colombia. For sure. Top 2 countries. Mexico is my favorite country in general. What country don't allow extraditions? I don't know. Okay, but let me get into the 3 things to know before you move abroad. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Thank you for the shares, the gifts, all of it. I really appreciate it. Please continue to double tap. Remember, it's free for y'all to double tap, and it really means the world to us creators. So please don't forget to always show love whenever you join live, whether it's me or anybody else. Please always remember to double tap. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about in terms of living abroad is that living abroad is not for everybody. Living abroad is not for everybody, okay? Don't let this app gas you. Don't let these social media highlight reels gas you. Don't let the spend a day with me living in Thailand homegirl gas you, okay? Living abroad is not for everybody. Hello, MJ. Living abroad is not for everybody, okay? For a multitude of reasons. And let me also say that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. Just because it's not for you, it's not for you. Kids are not for everybody. Marriage is not for everybody. Okay? Like, Harry Potter ain't for everybody. We were not, I mean, if it's not for you, you're weird. No, I'm just playing. I am completely kidding. I'm a Potterhead, so I'm like always team Harry Potter. But for real, y'all, like, it's okay. Like, it is okay if living abroad is not for you. This is actually one of the main reasons that I recommend people travel. How did your dinner go last night with the group? Girl, I didn't go. I was too tired. Please don't judge me. I did not go. MJ. I was tired. I didn't go. It wasn't. So all the stuff in the evening is like optional. So for those of you, just some quick context. I'm in Mexico right now on I'm in a scouting trip with Expatsy. Expatsy is a company that helps Americans move abroad. And yeah, girl, I was too tired. But me and Mel just like walked to like a taqueria across the street or like up the road, and it was delicious. But yeah, I'm on a scouting trip right now where you can go and like look and see like different neighborhoods, places, etc. Hello, Kiki. So but anyway, yeah, so I live abroad part-time. Yeah, so and what I love about that, even you saying like I live abroad part-time, is going back to what I said about how living abroad is not for everybody. Like, living abroad also looks different for people. Like, I remember like when I was in the US, so remember, I've gone to visit the US twice since I left the US to live abroad last year. And the amount of people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. Like, what are you still doing here? And I'm like, I don't know why it's so weird for me to be in my home. Like, at the end of the day, United States is my home. I am a U.S. citizen. That's where I was born. That's where I was raised. That's where my fucking mama is. Like, I'm going to be in the U.S. to a certain extent for the rest of my life. Now, there are some people out here who are like, oh no, once I'm out of the States, peace out. Y'all ain't going to ever see me again. Okay, that's fine. Like, that is fine. But living abroad can look different for everybody. There are a lot of people who live abroad where they pick up their stuff, they go to one country, they settle, and they're like, this is my home. Bam. There are people who do it how I do it. Me and my husband, we are digital nomads, so we move around from place to place. We are nomadic. People love to say, where do you live? I'm like, we don't live anywhere. We don't have roots anywhere. We live out of suitcases. We have been living out of suitcases since February 2024, like a little bit more than a year now. Like, I guess like going on 13 months, we've been living out of suitcases. So, yeah, exactly. Everywhere. Like it depends on where I am at the time. But yeah, like living abroad, it's not for everybody, especially if you have only kept yourself in spoiled ass United States. Okay. And when I say spoiled, I don't mean because like the United States is like the best country in the world, because hell no. But when I say spoiled, I mean in the United States, we are used to getting our way. We're used to having things how we want it, when we want it. I mean, seriously, look at Amazon Prime. You can be like, oh my God, I need whatever the hell it is. I need toilet paper. I need chapstick. I need a new phone case. And Amazon's like, yeah, we can deliver that to you. We can deliver that to you in the next 30 fucking minutes. Yeah, we can deliver that to you between 2 and 6 a.m. Like before you wake up the next morning, your shit can be on the porch, right? Like, y'all don't understand. Like, that is a very American thing. That's a very, very American thing, okay? And I am humble enough to admit that whenever I live abroad, I miss Amazon Prime. I do. I'm a Prime girly. I'm not, listen, it is what the fuck it is. I'm being completely honest with you. When I grow up, I want to travel. You just say when you grow up, Kiki, what? I will definitely need you in the future. Family of 4 nomad style. To nomad style in June. Can we do $4,000 a month in cheap countries? Absolutely. So, Yeah, my number one point is that living abroad is not for everybody. And so here's the thing. Here we're going to talk about how to know if living abroad is for you. The first thing is, how well traveled are you? Let me know in the comments. Outside of the United States, how many countries have you traveled to, not including a cruise or a resort? There is no right or wrong answer. I am not here to judge. I am not here to throw shade. I don't care if somebody has been to 500 countries. They started out with one, okay? Like, so outside of the United States, how many countries have you traveled to when it was not a cruise, when it was not a resort, when you were actually like, when you walked out of your door, you were in a local area. Like, you know what it's like to be around locals. Okay, I see 2, 4, 10, 3, 1. Okay, we got some variety in here. Y'all need to get her resource guide. Oh, thank you, Miss Saucy. Yeah, y'all, I forgot to even mention that I do have my Move Abroad bundle is 50% off right now. I think I'm gonna take it out today, so for those of you who want to take advantage, make sure you grab it before it comes out of my bio. The promo code is abroad 2025 if you want to take advantage of the Move Abroad bundle. It comes with a 21-page guide, 12 videos, and a 7-step checklist to get you started, and a workbook to go along with the 12 days. Like, it is. And there's more info at the link in my bio. I'm talking about the Move Abroad bundle. Promo code abroad 2025. Okay, I see 7. I see at least 12. 2 will be 3 in March. Hey, where are we going in March? I love Spain and will 100% move there tomorrow, but I know they're harder for a visa. So the point I wanted to make is that if you have never traveled in the type of way that actually was, what am I trying to say? That's not the right way the word is. If you have never lived like a local abroad, okay? I'm not saying that you had to like have like a house and you have to have lived somewhere for a while, but if you don't know what it's like to be somewhere and, you know, you don't speak the language, you're not going downstairs and asking reception, can you get, you know, like a new towel, right? You're not like on a resort surrounded by a bunch of other Americans just sipping margaritas. You're not out on a cruise with a whole bunch of other people who look just like you. If you don't know what it's like to be completely out of your element, going into a grocery store, going into a mall, you know, doing laundry, cooking, like the things that you do in your everyday life, if you have no idea what that's like, I need you to understand there are going to be some rude awakenings whenever you live abroad, because again, we are spoiled in the United States. I actually was out to eat with a friend of mine in the US last week. This was last week. And so whenever she went to order, she was like, okay, I'm about to be that person. Because let's be honest, drop the word yes in the comments. Again, I'm not throwing y'all no shade because I have done it. Drop the word yes in the comments if whenever you go out to eat, you're the person who's asking for substitutes. You're the person who's like, oh, can I get this? But instead of this, can I do this? Oh, I didn't really like this. Can I try something else? Let me know in the comments if you have been that person at least once in your life. I can drop my own yes in the comments because I know I've done it. I'm going to let you know right now, that shit is not going to fly abroad. That shit is not going to fly abroad. You're not going to go out to eat asking, can you substitute this? Oh, well, can I get this sandwich? But instead of this, can I get No. You go get what the fuck you get. And if you don't like it, that's your problem. It is so rare. It is rare outside of the United States for you to just be able to be like, I don't like this food. And for them to be like, okay, you don't have to pay for it. That is rare. Okay? Rare. And guys, there's like more than 190 countries in the world, right? Of course, every country is different. I'm talking to you from the perspective of somebody who has traveled to 24 different countries. So another thing, for example, depending on where you go, it might be a very normal thing for you not to have a dryer, okay? We are currently in Merida, Mexico. We don't have a dryer. I was actually shocked when I saw that we had a washing machine. But yeah, we don't have a dryer. We didn't have a dryer in Thailand. Whenever I was in Colombia back in 2019, when I was in Colombia in 2019, I didn't have a dryer. I don't think I had a washer or a dryer in Japan. Did we have a dryer in Vietnam? I can't remember. My point is simple things like that, right? Like being someone who hangs up their clothes. And I remember, y'all, the first time that ever happened to me was 2019. I was in Colombia, and I remember at first I was like, what the fuck? Like that's how I felt. I was like, what the fuck you mean y'all ain't got no dryer? But guess who got used to hanging up her motherfucking clothes real quick? Me. Drop the word yes in the comments if you like to take a long hot shower, okay? I'm talking at least like 20 minutes. Again, no shade. I'm going to start practicing now. Drop the word yes in the comments if you are a long hot shower person. Listen. If you're going to go abroad and you think you're about to be taking a 30-minute hot shower, probably not. So I've been in 10 countries in the last year, and I would say, and this is outside of the US, I would say maybe 3 of them I would have hot water longer than like 10, 12 minutes. You ain't them long hot showers, nah. No, it's just no. Like you don't get to just use all this hot water. How many of y'all drop yes or no in the comments? How many of y'all know that there are certain countries where you go to and you cannot flush the toilet paper? Drop the word yes if you knew. Drop the word no if you're like, bitch, what the fuck? We took bucket showers in Mexico. Ooh, damn, I ain't never taken a bucket shower. Good Lord. That's even even a lot for me. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all, whenever the first time this ever happened to me, I was it was Chile. It was 2019. And when they told me that, I was again, what the fuck? Ew. What? Got used to it so quickly. The apartment we're in right now, we cannot flush the toilet paper. Now, there are some places like Thailand, for example, a lot of times they will have bidets, but some places don't. We're in Mexico right now, we don't have a bidet, and we can't flush the toilet paper. Like, we do not recognize how spoiled we are living in the US. Okay, y'all know, like, obviously, Myla, thank you so much for the gift. Y'all know, DoorDash, right? Like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, whatever it is. Are you meant to use Tabo? I don't know what that is. I want to go to Guatemala. Merida, Mexico. But, oh shit, I just lost my train of thought. What did I just say? Oh yeah, Uber Eats, ordering food, getting food delivered. Y'all, they're not coming to your door. They going downstairs. Like you're like in an apartment, or I mean, obviously if you're at like a house, that's different. But if like you're in like apartment, you're on, you're in a hotel, whatever. They're not bringing it to you, sis. You walking your ass downstairs to get your food. Y'all, there are places like Medellin, Colombia, for example, like the place that we were in last time, our last apartment in Medellin, Colombia, we had AC in the bedrooms. We did not have AC in the living room. Now, obviously, if you go somewhere that's like, you're not going to go to Thailand and not have AC, right? Like, as an American, you're just not. Are there some people there, Thai people who may not have it? Maybe, but like for us, we ain't gonna do that. Like you're gonna have AC, but it's not gonna be central. It's not, baby. This is what it's gonna look like. This is outside of the US, more than likely your AC is gonna look like this. There's gonna be an AC unit. I forgot to put my fan on the charger. I hope it's not. I hope it's almost done, because listen, that fan died on me for the first time today. I had a whole attitude. Central AC, y'all, let's talk about the fans. Can we, oh, thank you, Soleo. Let's talk about the fans in the bathroom. Y'all, that's the real American. And when I say American, I mean United States. That's another thing. Y'all, we call ourselves American. Y'all do realize the United States is in North America. There's also Central America. There's also South America. So we love to claim, Americans, us, you people who are from the United States, we love to claim the word American. But the fact of the matter is, Mexicans are also Americans. They're also North Americans. Costa Rica are Central Americans. Colombians are South Americans. We actually don't own Americans, but we just kind of took it and decided that it was ours. But that's not what this live is about, so I'm not going to go there. What do you and your husband do for work? My husband is a personal trainer, and I am I'm an entrepreneur. I do a lot of things. I primarily do digital marketing and affiliate marketing. Tabo is water kept by the toilet for washing instead of toilet paper. No, I've never heard of that. The digital machine couldn't read my fingerprints. No long stavies of her friends. Oh no! What do you mean it couldn't read your fingerprints? So like, is that it? Like, is there like something you can do over? Like, what? Are we giving up? What's going on? Thank y'all so much for all the hearts, by the way. So whenever I say living abroad is not for everybody, like those apartment things, and you can be honest, maybe you heard me say some things and you're like, she might be right. Or maybe you heard, and let me know in the comments, if you heard me say some things and you're like, it's going to make me think twice, drop the word think in the comments. If you heard me say all of these and you're like, I don't care, I'm still going, drop the word go in the comments. I'm just kind of curious about like where these things are landing with y'all. And again, y'all, there is no judgment. I do not think it is meant for everybody. Like, everybody is not supposed to move abroad. Like, everybody's not supposed to live abroad, okay? Like, I'm not delusional, right? I recognize that. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. I'm literally just curious. So, things with an apartment, that stuff is kind of like, okay, and obviously anything you can get used to. I love y'all are saying go. All right, so I haven't deterred anybody. She said we might come back, but you know what? Elective amputation, I am a firm believer in reminding people that the United States ain't going nowhere. So if you truly want to live abroad and you are like, this is something I have to do, but I'm scared, you can come back to the US if you don't like it. There is that. I'm in Mexico right now. Have to go back get ink prints with the police as last resort. Fingers crossed. The heat is bad for me, so go somewhere where it's not that hot. London. But yeah, so the apartment stuff, like those kinds of things. Okay, yeah, that's one thing. So the other thing is, some of us don't like to be uncomfortable. Some of us don't like to get out of our comfort zone. I've been telling y'all over and over again. I've been talking about making money online. I've been talking about learning how to make money for yourself. People are like, oh, I want to move abroad, but I don't know how to make money. I want to move abroad, but like, I don't know how I'm going to earn money. And I'm like, it's 2025. It's time for you to learn how to make money from your cell phone. If you are watching me on this app, you can be making money from your phone. Because if you're watching me on this app right now, I know you be scrolling. I be scrolling. We're scrollers. You spend all this time on social media. Why are you not monetizing it? And social media is not the only way to make money online, but I'm just using it as an example because it's the easiest one. Y'all, come on. Myla, thank you so much. What was your first step? Deciding, Shay. The first step was deciding. The first step was committing that this is something that we are going to do. Thank you, Solil. Thank y'all so much for the roses. Thank y'all for the hearts. Y'all so sweet. I love y'all. So, some of us don't like to get uncomfortable. So whenever you go in the store and, you are looking for, I don't fucking know, you're looking for mayonnaise and you don't know how to say mayonnaise in German, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when you trying to find mayo and you cannot figure out where the hell it is and you don't speak a lick of German? Are you gonna freak out? Are you gonna get frustrated? Because that's what I did. That's what I did in Chile in 2019. Y'all, I had a mental breakdown in Chile in 2019 in the mall looking for towels because I asked like 6 people if they spoke English. None of them did, which, why would they? I'm in their country, right? But you know what? This was me in 2019. I've grown, but I'm humble. I have grown, but I am humble. I was freaking the fuck out because I was just like, I don't know how to say towel. She said I'm going to Google Translate. Sis, I had no service. I had no service. My Google Translate was not working. I have no service. And you know what? After I pulled myself together, the mental breakdown was short. It was only like 5 minutes, okay? It was like 5 minutes of frustration. And I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck have I got myself into? Blah, blah, blah. Finally, I just walked up and I was just like, para el baño. And the woman went like this, pointed up, went upstairs, there were the towels. No service. Oh, I'd break down too. Oh, honey, listen. Y'all think there weren't times where me and my husband, I'm talking at the same time, neither of our phones were working. Neither of our phones were working, okay? My phone wasn't working, his phone wasn't working. That's happened too on more than one occasion in different countries. Listen. If you are not willing to get uncomfortable, if you are not willing to figure things out, if you are not willing to slow down, y'all, as Americans from the United States, we always in a hurry. We want it and we want it right now. We want it done our way. If that is your mentality, I'm telling you, you better travel first. You better go test out living abroad. In the Move Abroad bundle that I mentioned earlier, y'all, I have it at the link in my bio, 50% off right now with promo code ABROAD 2025. Y'all, I talk about different ways that you can test out living abroad. I highly recommend you trying it out first. I'm bringing a translating book. That's smart. That's smart because you ain't got to worry about paper losing service, right? Anyway, let me get a number 2 because I've been going on this for a minute. All right, so the first thing I wanted to highlight is that living abroad is not for everybody. I'm not saying it's not for you, but I'm letting you know it's not for everybody. And if you have not traveled before, if you are not someone who's traveled like a local, I highly recommend traveling first before you decide if you want to uproot your cushy little life in the United States and go live somewhere else where the people are not going to kiss your ass like they do in the US. Because it's a whole different ballgame out here. Numero dos. A matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all one more example. Y'all, this has happened to us in Japan. This happened to us here in Mexico. This has happened to us in I'm blanking on a third country. I don't live anywhere. I'm in Mexico right now. But so there's a place over here. There's a taqueria up the street. This was the second night me and my husband were here in Merida. And so Mel was like, okay, they open at 6. I was like, bet. Let's go ahead and like walk over there. We got there at 6:15. So, you know, we walk up, we're like, ¿Estás abierto? Which is like, are you open? They were like, oh, 30 minutos, 30 minutes. And I'm looking at my watch. Google says they open at 6. It is 6:15. And they're like, yeah, 30 minutes. Give us 30 minutes. Y'all, that is normal. That is normal. Y'all, like in the United States, if a place says that they open at 9, we expect the motherfuckers to be open at 8:59. It's not like that abroad. There's a woman here named Amy. She's been living here for 5 years. Her and her husband have driven 1 hour, 2 hours to places that said they were open and got there and they were closed. You think like in the, you know, in the US you can just pick up the phone and just call like customer service, talk to somebody? Oh my God, I remember I flew Egypt Airlines. They take their time. Yeah, they'll get to you when they can. Like in personal space. Ooh, personal space. Latinas. And I know it's not just Latinas, but I'm just talking about Latin America. That's where I'm at right now. That's the other thing I learned in 2019. Y'all know, let's talk about the audacity of us Americans in the United States. How many of you, drop the word yes in the comments. I know I'm not the only one. How many of you have ever gotten like some food, fast food, whatever, you wanted to eat in your car, and you were sitting in a parking lot and a car pulled up beside you and you got annoyed? How many of you have ever been sitting down in public, a doctor's office, a dentist's office, the airport, wherever, and then somebody comes and sits in the chair beside you and your instant thought is like, why are you sitting beside me? Don't move abroad. What is personal space? Your space is your physical being. Your space is your physical being. Here in Mexico, oh, people will bump into you. You think like, yeah, I'm from the South. Like people are like in the South, it's like in the grocery store, if I can be 2 feet from you, but if I walk in front of you on an aisle, people expect people to say, excuse me. People love to be out here like, oh, I went there. They were so rude. This woman walked in front of you. It wasn't rude. This was culture. In our culture, it's rude to walk in front of somebody and not say, excuse me. However, in a lot of other cultures, why am I saying excuse me? I didn't hit you. I didn't touch you. That's not your fucking space. And in some cultures, maybe I did bump you. Get over it. That's the way the cookie fucking crumbles. Don't bring your Karen attitude outside of the hell. Leave it at home, even in the U.S. But don't bring that shit abroad. I always sing out of motherfucking oh, what? Yes, when there are so many other seeds. Yeah, I'm guilty. I do it too. Hello, Sister Slim Bones. Brazilians are like that. Yep. Japan don't care. What's wrong with that chair over there? Y'all, I'm the same. Y'all, it has gotten so bad. Like, I remember like being out walking. Like so imagine you're in like a neighborhood, right? And you have like you have the road, one going this way, one going this way. And then you have like sidewalks. Y'all, I'm not even kidding. I've been taking walks and I've done it and I've seen people do it where we will cross the street. It's like we can't even be on the same sidewalk. Like it is crazy how people averse we are in the United States. I live near New York City. Nobody says excuse me. We all have places to be. Yeah, you get it. It's hard because it really feels like disrespect. Yeah, but it's not disrespectful. If I'm standing here looking at the cereals and somebody comes and walks in front of me and they grab a cereal and they walk by and they don't say excuse me here, that's not rude. That's not rude. In the US, we get all in our fucking feelings. Let me keep going, y'all. I'm sitting way too long with number 1. Okay, let me go to number 2. Thank y'all so much for all the hearts. Number 2. Why did I write these out of order? Because that's crazy. Yes, okay. Number 2. Every country has something to offer. There is no better or worse or good or bad. I will be honest with y'all. One of the hardest things for me as a travel, she's already 518. One of the hardest things for me as a Don't dislocate your shoulder. Oh my God. Stop. One of the hardest things for me as a travel creator, as somebody who talks about travel, someone who talks about living abroad, I'm gonna be honest, some of the questions y'all ask me, I don't like them. I don't like them. I hate when people say, well, what's the best country for Americans to move abroad? Well, what's the best country if you have kids? There's kids in Afghanistan. What are you talking about? Every country on planet Earth has kids. Oh, well, what's better, Colombia or Thailand? Well, who are you going to ask? You're going to ask somebody who was in Colombia, or you're going to ask somebody in Thailand? Like, I don't like these questions, but I get these questions all the time. And I get why you ask these questions. It doesn't necessarily make it less frustrating, because once you have traveled to multiple places and you learn that there is no good, bad, better, or worse, there's just different. Everybody is different. Every culture is different. And just because somebody does something differently than you, it doesn't mean we're better. This is the fatal flaw of the United States, is thinking that we do everything better, thinking that we are the best because we do things differently than other people. Who am I to tell you if Thailand or Colombia is better for you? I don't fucking know, because I don't know you. I don't know your life. I don't know what you like, what you dislike. These are things that you have to decide for yourself. You want everything to be perfect before you move abroad, and it's not gonna fucking happen. I can promise you, you can do research on a country, city, whatever for the next 10 fucking years, and it does not matter. You will still get there, and something unexpected, at least one unexpected thing is going to happen. That's travel. Me and my husband adopted the mantra last year, this is travel. And I cannot tell you how many times we said that shit, y'all. I cannot tell you how many times we said, this is travel. In moments of frustration, in moments of what the fuck is going on? What do we get ourselves into? Why did we just waste all that money on that? How are we at the wrong address again? Did that person really just talk to me that way? Oh, I thought we were going here. Well, this was supposed to look like this and it looks nothing like this. Well, we thought that the bus was gonna be a nice bus, but it's raggedy as hell. Y'all, the amount of times me and my husband said, this is travel last year, I cannot count. At least 100. At least 100. Every country has its ups and downs, okay? I love Thailand. Love, love, love Thailand. Listen, I'm thirsty. Listen. Don't be scared, Solil. Don't be scared. You got this. Y'all, I love Thailand. Thailand is hot as shit. Okay? Thailand is hot. Like hot. And I'm from North Carolina. It's hot in North Carolina. Okay? We got hot, humid summers. Thailand is the kind of hot where it don't matter whether you step outside at like 5 a.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m. It's hot. Okay? People are like, oh, I don't want to be in the cold. Okay, but do you want to melt? Is Thailand hotter than Merida? Merida, yes. I mean, but I'm not where I'm at right now. This is not the hottest season, but I'm willing to bet it's hotter than Merida, because here, even though it is hot here, but like in the mornings and in the evenings, it feels so good outside. In Thailand, nah. That would be like an off day. Like if it ever went like under like 85 degrees in Thailand, you were like, what the fuck is going on? I love Medellin, Colombia. It's one of my favorite spots, but they don't have the beach, which I hate. My FYP working tonight. Could you please talk about Colombia on between that and Thailand? That's what we're talking about right now, Amber. Like, both of these countries are countries that I love. Like, me and my husband go back and forth about these countries all the time. Like, I love Thailand, but I'm gonna tell you who is not learning Thai. I'm not learning Thai. I am not interested in learning any language that does not use the regular alphabet right now. Could that change in the future? Maybe. As of right now, I'm not. I've been learning Spanish since 2019. I'm probably like 60, 70% fluent. So even though I love Thailand, when I'm in Colombia, it's a lot easier for me to connect with locals because I can speak Spanish. And even if you can't speak Spanish, a lot of times you can at least read Spanish, right? When it comes to Thai, and Thai actually has like a lot of like their stores and stuff. There's a lot of stuff in English. When we were in Japan, we were just like, I don't know what this place is. Like, I mean, I don't know. I can't read this. And does it mean, y'all, I'm even with everything I'm saying, please understand, there are people who live in Thailand and love it. Americans. There are English-speaking people who live in Thailand and they love it. There are English-speaking people who live in Japan and they love it. I'm not telling you not to go there. I'm trying to get you to understand that there is no better or worse, okay? Thai food, Colombian food. Both, I love both, but they're very different, right? Thai food is like pad Thai and, you know, pork belly and like rice and, right? Like versus, well, Colombia is rice too, but Colombia is like Latina, right? So it's like rice and beans and like steak. And actually, funny enough, they do also have pork belly because they have chicharron. But that's a very, very different palate, right? Like Thai food is spicy. My husband loves spicy food. Like it's actually really hard to find spicy food in a lot of Latin American countries, not Mexico, but like places like Colombia, Brazil, are not really like spicy food places. Again, there is no right or wrong. I moved to Colombia Monday. Let's get it. It's not for me. I prefer Central America. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, there is no right or wrong. Like, I really want y'all to understand, like, whenever you ask these questions, like, which country is the best, which city is the best, you're gonna have to take a risk. Cons of Colombia. I don't have any, to be honest with you. Like, I don't really have any. You know what? Yes, I do. So like, okay, I'm trying to think, and obviously, y'all, this is all from my experience. So a con of Colombia versus Thailand, like in Colombia, in Thailand, I never had to worry about walking around with my phone in my hand. Like, I wasn't worried about pickpockets. I was never worried about going into like certain places because it might be a little bit dangerous. And 90% of the time in Colombia, I was not worried about this either. However, in general, in a lot of places in Latin America, there's a lot more pickpockets. So like that's something else for you to consider. Now, again, every area is different. Like whenever I was in Thailand and Vietnam, I would not hesitate to pick up my phone and just start like walking around and going live. Whenever I was in Colombia, Panama, I'm like, where we at? Let me check my surroundings. I'm going to a Thailand market. My phone is out. Y'all, look how dope this market is. Look at all this. If I'm going to a market, if I'm going like downtown in Colombia, you think I got my phone out? You out of your fucking mind. I would say that's one con of Colombia. Also just like the reputation, like Colombia, like obviously has like a really bad reputation for drugs. That doesn't bother me because I'm like, I feel like if y'all don't want to come, then don't. Then I'll have Colombia all to myself. I mean, there's drugs in every country, y'all. And like I said, for me, like Medellin, like not having the beach, I wish Medellin had a beach and it doesn't. Medellin has a lot of fucking hills. Get ready for them calves. Get ready for them buns. Because, baby, Medellin got them hills. Medellin is not flat. That's a con. A con for me. Some people, maybe you like hills. I don't know. But that's one of the reasons why Medellin is so beautiful. Is because of the mountains. Mexico is lovely. We're looking really hard at Mexico right now. Guatemala, I love as well. I'm planning to go to Guatemala later this year. Heard the street vendors and probably the most annoying part for Colombia or Thailand. Mexico is already saturated. No, it ain't. What is the best way to apply for jobs ahead of schedule? What do you mean? I don't understand the question. What's the visa situation in Colombia? I only know about the tourist visa. You can be there for 90 days. That's because that's the one I did. Do they take it right out of your hand? Your phone? Yeah, people have their phone snatched. Also in Colombia, more so for men than women. There's like people are getting, what's the word? Oh my God. Oh my God, I forgot the fucking word. I completely forgot the word. Oh my God, there's a word. Basically like American people, I don't know if y'all know what passport bros are, but like people coming to Medellin and they over here trying to get up on these women and they're getting drugged and robbed. It happened multiple times when I was there. It is a thing. I ain't worried about that because I ain't out here dating nobody because I'm married. But it is a thing. Thank you, scoped. Yeah. Not a passport, bro. You sure? No, I'm just playing. Are you settled now? Absolutely not. Do they take it right out of your... But yeah, like even when I was here, not here, but whenever I was traveling in 2019, one of the girls I was with in Mexico City, her phone got snatched. Got on her motorbike. She was walking with her hand. He just snatched it. My husband had his phone stolen in Cabo, Mexico. He left it in an Uber. And I guess whoever the Uber driver picked up next saw it in the backseat. They took it, hacked into his iCloud account and stole all his shit. That wouldn't have happened in Thailand. Like, it just wouldn't have. Like... I feel Mexico is the easier place to start. I agree. How did you book your flight? It seems like a lot. How did I book my flight? Where? What do you mean? Thank y'all so much for all the hearts. Girl, what you mean? I just book. Like I go look on Google Flights. I see what flight I want. I go to that airline's website. I put in my information and I hit confirm, baby. We get it booked. If anybody's brand new to travel here, I do also have a free travel guide at the link in my bio. Excuse me. If you're brand new to travel, I would, well, never, let me not say that. I was going to say if you're in here, then you are probably not brand new to travel, but you might be. I don't know. Are those things common in East Europe? I don't know. Because I don't know what East Europe is. I know I've heard a lot about pickpockets in places like Barcelona, and like France and like Paris, but abroad in general because it's pricey and lots of airlines. Oh, if you want to learn how to travel on a budget, I got a budget travel masterclass at a link in my bio. You can get cheap flights, girl. You can get cheap. I don't even know if you are a girl. Yes, it looks like you are. Yes, I am in Mexico right now. Yeah, you can get cheap flights for sure. And you can check on my girl. Yes, it looks like you are. Yes, I am in Mexico right now. Yeah, you can get cheap flights for sure. And you can check on my my budget travel masterclass. If you want more details on that. And I also have a lot of videos on my page about how to travel on a budget. I moved to Oaxaca 6 months. Yes. The woman who I went on the trip, if you want more details on that. And I also have a lot of videos on my page about how to travel on a budget. I moved to Oaxaca 6 months. Yes. The woman who I went on the trip, she didn't Oaxaca yet. I'm going to Thailand, Doha, Accra, Ghana, and then pick that for my family. Period. It's upgraded seat makes sense for the price for 14 hours. If you want to pay price, then absolutely. Paris is really bad for that. I've heard that as well. I didn't have any issues, but I have heard that about others, as well as Brazil. People get their phones stolen a lot there. So that would be a con. Anyway, I am taking way too long on this live. So yes, number one was that living abroad is not for everybody. Number two is that understanding that every place has its ups and downs. Like the people who will come on my live or be in my DMs or comment and be like, I want to move abroad, but I can't decide between this country or that country. I'm like, you got to stop. Like you have to stop. Like just pick one. Just pick one and go. If you don't like it, then go to the other one. Like just... Y'all, do it scared, okay? Do it knowing that you have no idea how you're gonna like it. Because whether you go to Thailand or Colombia or Mexico or Costa Rica or Portugal or Spain or Germany, whether you go to any of these countries, there are gonna be things that you like and there are gonna be things that you don't like. Just like there are things that you like and don't like about the United States. I'm in Mexico right now. Is my Wi-Fi freezing? Well, if my Wi-Fi is freezing, it's not because of the country. She's the motivation we all need. Am I going in and out? I haven't done anything. I have not changed anything at all. Is it better now, the Wi-Fi? Okay, thank you for confirming, Tam. All right, y'all. Number 3. I literally wrote down these things 3, 1, 2. Like, what is wrong with me? I think it's I wrote down number 1 and then I was like, actually, I want that to be number 3. And then like I switched it around. Okay, number 3. This is what I want y'all. This is really when I want y'all to listen up. Okay, this is when I want y'all to tune in. This is when you're gonna share the live with somebody who wants to move abroad, somebody you want to move abroad with, somebody who needs to understand that we are no longer allowing fear to hold us back in 2025. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Y'all, number 3, stop asking me if moving abroad is hard. Stop. Stop asking me. Stop asking that other creator. Stop doing it. Thank you, Jakayla. Stop. Because you can do hard things. You can do hard things. You already have a 100% success rate at everything you've done in your life. You have figured it out. Maybe it didn't go how you thought it was going to go. Maybe it didn't go the way you wanted it to go, but you have figured it out. You can do hard things. Life hard every day. Y'all, choose your hard. Whenever you find yourself asking, and this doesn't just have to apply to moving abroad, to travel, you can apply this to so many different things. But obviously we're talking about moving abroad right now. Whenever you find yourself asking, is moving abroad hard? Ask yourself, is moving abroad, have you ever thought of motivational speaking? Yes, I have. I am a speaker. And thank you, that's sweet. That's very kind of you. I used to speak a lot more before the pandemic, and then taking a TFL course. Yes, Tam, let's get it. Y'all, whenever you find yourself asking, keep getting like hair like on my nose and my eye. Before you ask yourself, is moving abroad hard? I want you to ask yourself, what is harder? Is it going to be harder for me to move to a different country and learn a new language, learn a new culture, have these amazing new experiences, meet these new people? Or is it going to be harder for me to stay in a country where I don't feel safe? Is it going to be harder for me to learn how to apply for a visa? Or is it going to be hard to spend the rest of my life in a country where I am afraid to send my children to school? Is it going to be harder? Like, what's harder? Choose your hard. Is it going to be harder for you to learn how to make money digitally? For you to learn a new skill so that you can make money from your phone and not have to worry about having to show up at a job for money? Or is it harder being broke? Is it harder living check to check for a job that you can't fucking stand? Is it harder giving 40, 50, 60 hours a week to a job that you dread going to every day? Choose your hard. We get so caught up in thinking something is going to be too hard, being so concerned that it might not turn out the way that we want it to. But sis, how is it turning out for you right now? Like, the amount of people in my DMs like, oh my God, I want to move abroad so bad, but I don't know where to start. Y'all, I have a friend who says there's no excuse to be stupid anymore. We got Google. I don't know where to start. In 2025, the word I don't know should not be coming out of your motherfucking mouth, because there ain't nothing that you have a question about that somebody has not talked about on Reddit, on Quora, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Google, on Facebook, on Instagram. Nothing. The information is there. That's not why you're not doing it. That's not why you have not taken action. We got to be honest with ourselves. We have to start holding ourselves accountable to the real reason for the real reasons of why we're not where we want to be in life. I had to stop lying to myself. I had to start being like, Bianca, you can make progress or you can make excuses. Bianca, you can over here pretend like you don't have the time, or you can be honest about the fact that you don't make the time. You can act like you don't have the money, or you can look at your bank statements and see how much money you spent on Amazon and Starbucks and brunch and Casamigos. Some of y'all don't want to hear that though. Some of y'all don't want to hear that. And I get it. But stop asking, is moving abroad hard? Because how hard is it to look yourself in the mirror knowing that you're not living the life that you were meant to live? How hard is it to keep living in a way that is on autopilot, in survival mode, when you're watching all these people across the globe having these incredible travel experiences that you want to have? How hard is that? My biggest fear is getting to the end of my life and realizing I didn't give this shit my fucking all. That is the saddest thing to me, y'all, is when I see somebody, I mean, obviously, well, not obviously, but a lot of times, older, who are, they're at the end and they just start thinking about all the things they wish they did. Do you want to be that person 30, 40, 50, 60 years from now thinking like, oh my God, you're being rude? Well, then leave. I'm not for everybody. If you think I'm rude, you should just get the fuck out. Go find somebody nicer than me. You didn't pay to be here. This live is free and public. You are free to come and you are free to go. Y'all, I ain't kissing nobody ass, okay? I'm not doing it. I'm a hospice nurse. I've had a lot of patients tell me end of life regrets. Trust me, it happens. I know, and it's sad. Les Brown used to say the best ideas are in the cemetery. The best ideas died with the people who were too afraid to try. The United States is not going anywhere. It's not going nowhere, y'all. If worst case scenario is that you go live abroad for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is, and you come back, do you have any idea how fucking incredible that is? What? Y'all, you can do this. I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up well connected. I didn't grow up with resources. I grew up with a college dropout mom and a dad who didn't even graduate high school. And yet I've traveled to 24 different countries. I go live because I want to show you that I'm not just this person who's like, oh, look at me, I'm an influencer. I go to all these countries. I go live because I want to look you in your face and tell you that you get to do this one time. Stop letting fear stop you. Feel the fear and move anyway. You can be nervous and still move abroad. You can be scared that it won't work out how you want it to and still move abroad. You can be unsure if you're going to fall in love with the country and still move abroad. What's stopping you is you. What other questions y'all got for me? Because I might get off of here. In the process of renewing my passport, where are you and where do you recommend? I'm in Mexico right now. I recommend doing your research and figuring out what's most important to you whenever it comes to living abroad and then picking a country based on that. I did it and do not regret it. Let's get it. I have been to Spain, but only for a day, so I don't really claim that I've been there because I don't want people to ask me questions about it because I can't answer your questions. I was only there for a long layover. Don't let the trolls get you off track. Man, I mean, that really wasn't even a bad troll. I mean, that's fair. I'm really not for everybody. Like, I know, like, first of all, I'm a Libra. I don't know where my air sign's at. I don't know where my air sign's at, but let's be honest. Like, we are the most ruthless at the end of the day. Like, we are. I do try to work on my delivery. I try not to come across as being mean or rude, but to a certain extent, I'm just like, either you rock with me or you don't. And I don't got time to try to like make everybody on the internet like me. It just kind of is what it is. I recommend going to Bianca Stan store and purchasing her guides. Oh, thank you, Shauna. Oh yeah, y'all. Anybody who is serious about making this move, listen, y'all. The move abroad, Capricorn's got you. Woo! Yo, Capricorns are ruthless as well. Okay, Capricorn is actually my moon sign. That's why some days I do be like, Bianca, you gotta chill. My chart is literally Libra, Capricorn, Libra. But yeah, y'all, the Move Abroad resource guide, it is 50% off right now. The promo code is abroad. I was about to say 55. The promo code is abroad 2025. So I'm taking it out of my bio tonight. So like, I really recommend grabbing it while it is still 50% off. There's so much information in there. How to move abroad. How to move abroad. That's kind of like that's the whole theme, right? Of the entire Move Abroad bundle. But how to choose your country, how to move abroad with kids, how to move abroad with pets, how to pack, what documents you need, how to find housing, how to get immersed in a new culture, how to stay connected to your life back home, how to try out moving abroad if you're not ready to take the full leap yet, where to go if you are LGBTQ+, if you are disabled, autistic, if you are, I think I said moving with kids. So many different resources in there, people who can help you move to very specific countries, like how to manifest living abroad, how to get into the mindset, how to tell your family, because some of y'all don't got supportive family and you scared to tell them. Listen, I'm just going to start. You have to. That's why you're good for me. I got my TR in Mexico. What's TR? I like Querétaro. I've never been to Querétaro. But yeah, y'all, all of that information is in the Move Abroad bundle. Like I said, it's at the link in my bio. It's called the Move Abroad bundle, and the promo code, I'll pop it up here in the comments. The promo code is Abroad 2025 if you want to take advantage. For those of you who are serious about getting out of the temporary residency, thank you. For those of you who are serious about like getting out of the US, for those of you who are like, I want to do this, but I need some guidance on how to get started. For those of you who don't want to have to go searching the internet streets, doing all the research yourself, because I did it for you, then I recommend getting the Move Abroad bundle while it's 50% off right now. But y'all, I gotta go because I actually have to do a whole other live on a whole different topic. It's actually not a different topic. I'm gonna be going live talking about Merida, so if anybody actually wants to join me on that, I'll be back on pretty soon. I'm gonna try to take a walk before it gets dark outside. One thing I do miss is like, I'm used to like in the US, I'm like, well, in North Carolina, like I'm used to like whenever it gets hot outside, like whenever like summertime, it's it doesn't get dark until like 8 or 9 o'clock. But like a lot of these countries, I feel like most countries I go to, it gets dark like no later than like 6:30. And I'm just like, oh. And it's hard because like I want to go live again, but now I'm like, damn, it's already 5:44. But yeah, I gotta get going because it's 5:44. It's my husband's birthday. I'm taking my husband out to dinner tonight for his birthday, but I'll be back on here soon. The expatsy lady is in Merida. Yeah, I was just with her today, Jen. Yeah, so I'm gonna go live and talk about expatsy. But for now, thank y'all again for joining. Like I said, get the Move Abroad bundle, y'all. If y'all are serious, I put together these resources just for y'all, so you don't have to go scrolling the internet streets yourself. Okay, y'all are so welcome. Thank y'all so much for joining, and I'll catch y'all next time.